Hi! I'm going away this weekend. I'm going to upstate New York for the first time. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be so pretty. And of course, I'm bringing art supplies with me. My desk is kind of messy right now because I'm currently packing. My boyfriend and I are going with a group of friends. He's gonna be playing this game called Twilight Imperium, which is like a 10-hour game that I have no interest in playing. Me and the girls are gonna be crafting and antiquing. So the craft that I'm bringing for us is paper mâché. So I just went to the art store. I have my supplies in this cute little bagoo. I got Elmer's glue. Hopefully this is enough, but I do have Mod Podge as a backup. And I also read that you can use flour and water, and it seems like people actually prefer that. But I kind of, when I think of paper mache, I think of like the glue smell. It just feels really nostalgic. So I kind of want that. And then I found Sparkle Mod Podge. So I thought this would be a really cute little like sealer for the bowls. I'm bringing bowls from home, like ceramic kitchen bowls, and that's how we'll get like the mold. I also got tape. I'm really wanting to get into paper mache more. I thought that the bowls would be like a good intro project, and then once I know how to do it a little bit more, I can like get crazier and make sculptures. And then I also just got more of this Tombow glue. This is my favorite glue for like scrapbooking and collaging my inspiration. But most importantly for the paper mache is gonna be decorating. So I'm gonna bring probably a lot of my paints, but here's the really fun stuff. Glitter. This is my really fun little box of goodies. So inside we have pom-poms. You never know when you need some sparkle pom-poms. We have little letter beads, some buttons. I don't know what the edge is gonna be like on the top of the bowl, so it might be nice to finish it off with a pretty little ribbon. And these are all vintage. I love this one. This is probably the one I'll go for. I have more sparkly stuff in here. I think this is actually gonna be more useful. Ooh, sticky gems. In one of my first ever videos, I was decorating a little jewelry box, like trinket box for my friend, and that's why I got these. I kind of love them partly because of the name sticky gems. They're just so fun and like kitschy. Oh, this is gonna be perfect for the bowls. We have lots of like sequin stuff, literally sequins. Oh yeah, different color sequins. And then yesterday I checked out this new, it's not new, it's new to me, craft reuse supply store, and I got this glitter glue for $1. I got this more to like put in my journal and stuff, just add a little pizzazz to the page. The other thing that I just got today is this soolla bag. I've seen this online, and when I saw it at my local art store, I was like, this is meant to be. And I just thought it would be so cute to show up to the trip with a little craft bag. I feel like I'm gonna look so serious and pro. Plus I teach art, so I thought that this would be the perfect bag for bringing my supplies to work. I just can't decide which art supplies I'm gonna put in here because I'm bringing the craft stuff, but I'm also bringing my journals. This is kind of like to keep me busy. I just the other night planned out my new journal ecosystem because I've been feeling really unorganized recently. So for a while, the only notebooks that I was using were my planner and this mini sketchbook. And I was just feeling really unorganized and like I didn't know what to focus on. So I introduced this. Some people, I've been watching a lot of other people's videos on their journal ecosystem, and this is an idea slash thinking notebook. The first page, I used it to plan out all of my different notebooks and how I want to use them. I'm also introducing my commonplace notebook. The commonplace notebook is like your resource, like your own little personal resource guide for anything you want. So like if you're reading a book, you can take notes and put it in here. It's a more like curated selection of knowledge that you can look back on. And then I have my gratitude journal. I really like the process of nightly gratitude journaling. I just think it helps me with my anxiety. It helps me appreciate everything in my life more. Like I'm just happier when I'm noticing my gratitude. So I think I'll bring this on my trip too. The only journal in my ecosystem that I'm leaving at home is my big sketchbook, which is under all this stuff. It's huge. It's like really big. If I want to draw, I can just draw in my mini sketchbook, which brings me to my reading material. I like to have options, such as The Beauty of Everyday Things. I tried to start this book a while ago, but I just haven't had the attention span or patience for reading recently. I feel like I start a book and then, I don't know, I get bored of it. I just move on to other things. I start a new book. This is the perfect time to revisit it. And with my commonplace notebook, maybe it'll keep me a little bit more focused. I also have Things I Don't Want to Know, which is, it's a response to George Orwell's famous essay, Why I Write. So it's about writing, and I feel like that'll just get my creative juices flowing, even though I'm not like a writer. I just love hearing about people's artistic practice. I'm also reading Sailor Moon right now for the first time. I've never read it. And then when I went to the craft reuse supply store, I found this pattern book by Orla. It was only $3 and it's just been very inspirational to me. It's kind of crazy because this book is from 2010, so it's like 15 years old, and 2010 doesn't sound that long ago, but it is starting to look a little vintage, which is crazy. But anyway, she has these really nice patterns, and this book is kind of just like a collection of all of her work. She shares a little bit of a autobiography in the beginning, talks about like starting her company. When I was flipping through this book in the store, the pages that really convinced me to get it were stuff like this, her inspiration. It's just so beautifully laid out, and I love seeing other artists' inspiration. So yeah, that's kind of all the fun stuff that I'm bringing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I pack my art supplies, and I'll see you next time. Bye!